Afternoon, guys. Welcome to Football Brownie. Let's just have a sound check. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, yeah. Let's just have a sound check because I'm not doing it on my headphones. I'm having problem with my headphones, according to Sam. So I'm doing it headphone free today. Can you hear me? Okay. Can you hear me? Quick yes or no in the comments. Matthew says yes. No problem at all. Well, welcome to Football Brownie, guys. First can of the day. Verbefer Steinberg Klassiker, or in other words, cheap supermarket site. But anyway, sorry about the last couple of days, guys. But I'll tell you what now. First of all, welcome to Football Brownie. Hope you're well, keeping safe, keeping each other safe, and spreading a love during this pandemic because we all need a little bit of loving, people. Look at Brownie going on a dance. Right, before we go any further, check the ticket bar below because what I have noticed, here we go, please like, share, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel. Facebook with Brownie, tell your friends, family, fathers, uncles, sisters, brothers, cat, dog is my Twitter handle as well. Facebook page, Football Brownie, get on that as well. We have a good laugh with some of the things I put up, and Instagram. I have noticed, I'll be honest with you, the last few days, with a variety of reasons, I've been putting more uploads than I've gone live. It is for a variety of reasons. Go through them now soon. But what I have noticed is because I've been slowing down on live shows, the views and the subscriber increases have slowed down as well. So, guys, even though I may do uploads for a day, a couple of days or so, it doesn't mean that I've fallen out of love with you guys. It just means that if you want me to be completely honest, I don't. You guys know I don't get paid for YouTube, so my paid work actually has to come first. I don't like it. I don't like the situation, but you know, I have to. I have to. Anyway, anyway. Let's go in the comments. Let's go in a few people. Leslie says, "Hi Brownie. Hi Leslie. Hope you're well. Leslie, you were right about Brentford. I was wrong. I hold my hands up. I thought Bournemouth would have got through that tie, but no, Brentford come back, won it. Let's just hope it. Well, I know Swansea ain't through yet officially, but I can't see Barnsley scoring 3. Matthew, hi Matthew, hope you're well. Yeah, no worries. Good you can hear me. Randy, finally I catch you live. First of all, guys, just in case anyone in the mod squad, just to the mod squad, keep an eye on things. That's probably one of the reasons why I've calmed down going live in the last few days because I was just sick of it. There was one stream I made, as you guys know, I've made so many people mods. It was one stream, not a single mod was in the stream for whatever reason, and the chat was just bollocks in the end, absolute bollocks, and it got me down. It really did get me down because we know it's the same people. We know it's the same people. You know, and unfortunately, YouTube ain't taking any action against these people. But it is what it is. You know, welcome to the Block Club by Arsenal Pounds TV. Good one, Andy. That's a cool pattern on your shoulder sleeve. Yeah. Well, you know, I like my brands. Bournemouth unlucky with that penalty, very harsh. I don't know. Yeah, but Malpai ruined it from the name, or mate, wherever his bloody name is. Come on, guys, hit like and subscribe. Yes, please. Tom Barmer. Hi, Tom. Hope you're well. I am very well. I had a bit of food yesterday as well, guys, and I don't know what it didn't. It didn't really agree with me, if I'm honest with you. It didn't really agree with me. That's why I did no live last night. No people are on about people are on about 1 second. Sorry guys, just had to blow my nose then. I know people are on about the Brownie and Daya show. It hasn't been on for the last couple of weeks. don't listen to Dia trying to wind you. You guys, the thing with some of you guys is that you believe anything, right? Dia knows that. I know this, right? Many YouTubers know it as well, right? Don't listen to the nonsense he's putting out about me not paying him and all that, right? If you knew the history about me and Dia, realistically, Dia owes me a few grand, but I'm willing to put that to one side, right? He wants he wants five quid a show, and he's not budging to that. So I said, look, I said it's not, we haven't monetized yet. I said, once we monetize, we can relook at it. So he's sticking to his ground, 5 quid a show. I said, right, okay, I'll tell you what, right? Let's do a debate show, right? I have put it out to tonight, for tonight. So if any of you are on Dia's Twitter, I can't remember his Twitter handle. Someone, Randy, his Twitter handle. Check it on it. Put it in the chat, right? Let's put it out there, and I'll put it on my Twitter tonight. I'll call him out, right? We make a debate show, the Brownie v Dia debate show. It will be my argument for not paying him until the channel is monetized, and his argument for paying him. And I will. Whoever wins the argument, whoever wins the argument, the chat will decide who wins the argument, and then we'll take it forward from there. What do you guys, chat, people in the chat, do you think that's the way forward? Oh, yeah, he's in. Yeah, he is. He's in here as well. Here he is. He's in here. I knew. You know what? I knew he fucking he'd turn up somehow. There you go. Few grand my ass. Yes. At least Brownie doesn't. Come on. Save. Right, there you go. There you go, brother. Right? Guys, I'm calling Dia out here. Let's have a debate show tonight. He puts his argument across. I'll put my argument across. And we will see in the chat who wins. And then we'll take it forward from there. I really need to blow my nose, guys, properly. Hang on. There you go. Sorry, guys. Right. Sorry, I jumped the chat a bit, man. I do apologize. Where were we? Matthew, thought they would have battered Brentford. You know what? I did as well. I put a little couple of quid on Bournemouth to actually win today as well. But you reckon Sunderland can win today? County 1-0 up, 2-0 down on aggregate. I wanted Oxford because my ties with Oxford over the years, I wanted them to get promotion. I don't really care, if I'm honest with you, Matthew. I don't really care. But if Sunderland did get up, then and I would expect them to be outlaying a lot of money next year. So they could be another one of Cardiff's challengers then for the playoffs or something. Jesus, I need to start waking up early again. Sorry, I've only been waking up. Oh, hey, don't worry. You're talking to someone, Randy, who loves his siestas in the afternoon. You need keeping me up late. Well, good on you, Randy. Keep at it. Dia deserves a pay rise. Gee, pay rise, my ass. At least Brownie doesn't kick him off the show, unlike some people. Cough, cough. We'll have a chat about that now, because you know what? You know what? Having taken a back seat, and a few people actually put me right. I hold my hands up. A few people actually put me right. One of them being Melvin Marks, Arsenal fan on YouTube, obviously. Lovely guy. Put me right. And, sometimes you take a step back and, you don't follow the clout. You think, oh, hang on. It could be a bit of a bit of 50-50 on the argument. So we'll have a chat about that. No. Pay Dana, some of you at Dogecoin. Oh jeez, have you seen it lately? It's gone up and down. It's gone up and down. I think I'm still down about 10% on it. I know it's gone up and going down. Brownie, who do you think was the best British striker? It's a good question. Best British striker. In my lifetime. Now there's two different forms of striker, let's be honest. It's the goal scorer and it's the target man, I think. Or all-round striker, if you know what I mean. In my lifetime, best British striker I've seen, and I've seen live as well, is Gary Lineker as a goal scorer. Best all-round striker? Best all-round striker? British. Jeez. Ian Rush, maybe. Although I would say as a goal scorer, I would always be in a Guy Lineker camp over Ian Rush because Guy Lineker done it abroad. Ian Rush, in my opinion, didn't work out for Juventus for him. Come on, guys, help me out. Who do you think? And Alan Shearer, yeah, Alan Shearer, yeah. I agree, Alan Shearer. I agree on that. Right, geez, here we go. I know how Prince felt. Jeez. AFTV offering €100. Bloody hell. They shortchanging you then because they normally pay 500 quid. They normally pay 500 quid a show. Well, that's what it was alleged. They played Claude anyway, and I know that Claude did have the Claude and Ty show and everything, but it was alleged that they paid him £500 a show. You wouldn't know being blocked. Don't understand that. Sunderland have scored 2-2 on aggregate. Hi, Cheddars, anyway. Hope you're well, my friend. Cheddars, Jesus, you Prolon or Pro, whatever you call it, crypto is doing well, my friend. Good on you. Chadwick is in the house. Hi, Chadwick. Hope you're well. Swansea going to win. Looking like that, Chadwick. They already 2-0 up. I can't see Barnsley scoring 3, but you never know. Can it be Brentford in a final? Well, Brentford did bottle it last year, but I fucking hope they do. I really hope they do. Otherwise, I'll be off social media for a whole season, I tell you. Randy, Steve, I apologise for the unacceptable low wages Brownie is paying him. It's truly unfair. You cheeky bastard. Randy, I can honestly say. Right. No, I'm not going to say that. But he knows what I'm talking about. He knows I'm still waiting for my so-called payment. He knows what I'm talking about. Euro Weekly News. Right, there you go. Sunderland low Cheddars. League 2 now. Here's Brownies swigging expensive beer. Jesus. You're talking Mercadona's finest. Steinberg Classica. Come on, Steve. Bloody hell. Tap water my ass. Eric Coates. Peter Crouch, you mean, is it? Brownie, we can't be promoted. We'll get on to this now. Let me just get on to the. Let me get through yeah, Cheddars has his own opinion as well. Rich is in the house. Hi, Rich. Hope you're well. Have I thought on your dress, your shoe? No. Okay, right. 10 euros now for helping you out. Fuck off. Fucking now. 5 fucking cents. That's what you'll have. On goal scored, Andy Cole deserves a mention. I don't think he took a penalty. Maybe, Rich, I'll be honest with you, but it may be because I'm slightly older than you. Andy Cole didn't do it abroad. Guy Lineker done it abroad. Andy Cole didn't do it for England. Guy Lineker done it for England. Guy Lineker, he won a golden boot. Scored more scores in Mexico 86. Andy Cole would never have got to that level. He didn't really get to the international level. But he did, you know, I would put Lineker ahead of Cole myself. Steve, I'm surprised. I got blocked before Brownie did. See, Brownie blocked by. Oh, yeah. Totally, Randy. What can we accept from a stodgy kind dealer? You fuck off. Fuck off. You're winding me up now, Steve-O. What's the earliest to drink? It's 9 a.m. here. All depends, Chadwick. I'll be honest with you, my friend. All depends. Firstly, how old you are. Hang on for a sec. I told you that I wasn't feeling too good. I got funny flu. I think I've got a cold coming on. Right. All depends, my friend. First of all, how old you are. And secondly, technically, if you've gone right through and done an all-nighter, then, you know, you'd be going straight through again, wouldn't you? So, if you went out last night and enjoyed yourself and going straight through, 9 a.m. is a new 4 p.m. Enjoy whatever time you do. 69 euros for a day if I was in Brown. 69 freaking euros. There's only 169 things on my mind, and it's nothing to do with day, I can tell you. 6 a.m. start with drinks. Andy Cole played for Bristol City. He did, yeah, and Arsenal. Andy Cole was a brilliant finisher. Yeah, hey, I'm not saying he wasn't. I'm not saying he wasn't, but he wasn't as good as Lineker. No way. Can't afford to drink. Yeah, I know. Rich, out and out finisher. I think Van Nistelrooy's best. Yeah, but the question was British. Start the show, Randy. Cheddars, did he play for Arsenal? Yeah, he went through Arsenal's youth ranks. Ian Wright, class act. Very good striker. Don't get me wrong, but when he went international, struggled. He struggled, and you know it damn well, Steve. Run, going for a leak, unloading a brownie snake, blowing my nose, nipping pants. Good on you. I'm glad someone else is doing it as well. The Dayan Randy show. Right, let's talk about AFTV. I know Dave's in a chat, he may not know about it, but Robbie, how am I going to start this? Right. There has been an ongoing issue with AFTV, and I'll be honest with you, it's been going on. I mean, I remember when they were doing interviews before the shutdown, right? And they were doing interviews outside the stadium, and Mo was wearing, I think, like a Palestinian badge, a free Palestinian badge, like a pin badge, not the jumper in which, you know, which has been highlighted in the last few days. Anyway, so I remember then, and back then I thought, it's it's touching dodgy ground, because many more believe that politics shouldn't be involved in football. I am personally, I'm not of that kind of mindset, because I believe politics, the word politics is narrowed down to what you would see in government, Westminster, or the White House, or whatever. But politics is about everything, everything you watch, everything you do, everything. That's what the word politics actually means. It's about every decision you make in life. Right? Anyway, so even back then, I thought, oh, it's a bit, but it continued, because I think back then Robbie was also interviewing Jewish Arsenal supporters, so it was a kind of balance, really. It was a kind of balance. So kind of like, if you have a balance of an argument, then there's no real issue, if you know what I mean, right? Okay, so fast forward recent times, when they've had fan cams, but obviously people are at home after watching the games, and this issue is brought to light again. But Mo has now, because of the recent issues in Palestine and Israel, that border, the issues with that border, Mo has now been using his appearance on AFTV to promote a cause in which he believes in. Right? I have no problem with that, as long as the debate, a balanced debate, and you would have someone of the opposite mindset come on, which they used to do when you were outside the ground, but they're not doing it now, while people are having fan cams while they're sitting indoors in their house. So it's a kind of unbalanced view. Apparently, Mo was asked on a few occasions, apparently according to Robbie, he's been asked a few occasions not to wear the top, but he's continued to wear the top. And because of his beliefs, Mo then called AFTV out as being oppressors, basically, and symptomatic of the reasoning why certain voices of the argument are not coming out. Very strong wording, if I'm honest with you. Very strong wording. I can see both. Don't get me wrong. What is happening over there at the moment is an absolute disgrace. And certain superpowers keeping quiet is just as disgraceful. But I think, first of all, there seemed to be no problem. AFTV had no problem when it balanced it up, because they could find someone of an opposite political persuasion on as well. So I think, rather than asking Mo to remove the top or wear another top rather than his Free Palestine top, maybe AFTV should have continued with that kind of balance of the argument, and have people of a different kind of mindset also on, like they did when were outside the stadium. They had they did have Jewish I'm not going to name them, but they did have Jewish Arsenal fans as well, which it would have balanced up any argument regarding that. At first, and Randy would back me up on it. At first, I probably jumped on the kind of anti-AFTV movement in the last couple of days because of my dislike of AFTV in recent months. And if you don't know what my dislike for AFTV was, check out my previous videos. But then a couple of YouTube friends, including Melvin Marks, come back to me and said, look, you know, take a step back, look at a wider picture. And I did. And you know what? I got it wrong. I'm still anti AFTV of what they do, don't get me wrong. But if they went to, I think communication broke down somewhere. If they went to Mo and said, look, Mo, we can't find anyone who we used to find to balance up the debate. Like, you know, we can't find these people when everyone's watching on TV rather than outside the stadium. So for the meantime, until we go back out to the stadiums and do fan cams out there, is there any possibility that you just just remove the top, make it so that it's non-political? Then when we get outside the stadium again, you can wear your top again, because we can find then people of the opposite mindset and then balance it up. I think if he'd done that, Mo would have been more accepting. I think if he'd done that, Mo would have been more accepting, but they didn't do that. And because they didn't do that, the way in which he was approached, he took offence of. And I can understand why he took offence. But it doesn't seem the option of, can we just hold fire until we get back outside of the ground, and then we got more supporters, to more variety of supporters to give the opportunity to interview, to balance out that kind of any kind of political debate. What Randy says there is definitely there as well. Definitely on there as well, because AFTV, obviously they've been supporting a Black Lives Matter. Well, surely Black Lives Matter and Palestinian people being third world, being oppressed, that is the same thing. That's the same cause. So you can't really support one, not support the other. I just think that there was another way out of this issue. And that way out would have just been to hold a balance by just recruiting somebody with an opposite political mindset to Mo, so that it can show the viewer a balance to any kind of debate. And I can understand. I probably accept Robbie saying, look, the following day I had hundreds of bloody people saying Mo shouldn't be mixing politics with football. It's a football platform. Yeah, granted, but politics and football is mixed for many, many years. Many years. For a variety of reasons. You only have to watch Rangers and Celtic to understand that, or Barcelona, Real Madrid to understand that. Politics and football has gone down in history for many years. So you can't really separate politics and football. What you can separate is the possibility, if I'm honest with you, my theory about this, and it's not going to sound nice, but my theory about this is that there may not be the option of balancing out an argument if people higher up, e.g. sponsors, didn't want that argument to take place. What do you guys think in the chat? Bear with me, I'm just going for a piss. Bear with me. I hope you can understand what I mean. Bear with me, I'll be back now. There you go. There you go. Let's go back into the. Oh, sorry, Chadwick. Sorry. Let's go back in the chat. I'll go as far up as I can, guys. Right. Hang on. Right, so far up I can. Brownie, take this on YouTube. I'm sorry, there's no difference between BLM and Pasha. No, it's not. I agree with you, Randy. There's no legitimate difference. There's not. Yeah, I agree with you. Cheddars, Mo tweet was very rude. You can't call out someone who work like that. If someone did that to me, I would kill him. Yeah, it was that. Yeah, it was unprofessional. It was unprofessional. And I'm told Mo is an accountant by trade. So, you know how much I used to pay my accountants. And his 500 a show would have been pennies, let's just say. So he was lucky to be in a financial situation where, you know, you doesn't need YouTube, I suppose. What made you move to Spain, Brownie? Divorce, my friend. I don't know how many times I've told you guys. Divorce. We are slaves to Brownie. I'm going to start my maths demo. Hey, as long as you keep social distancing, Steve. Otherwise, you get done. Right. There's nothing wrong with calling out the higher-ups out. What is a dictator? It's not a dictatorship. I don't agree to that, Randy. It isn't a dictator. It's a difference. A dictatorship is when you have no other option. For example, no, I better not mention Franco. For example, Saddam Hussein. Why the hell did I mention him? Right? Or Lenin, or someone like that. Right? We'll just say Lenin for, you know, because there's no lot. Mr. Putin doesn't live here no longer. Let's just say Lenin, right? Basically, they tell you to do something, you do it. You have no choice but to do it. Okay? He tell people, go out to the fields, you need to pick wheat because the country needs as much wheat as possible. Okay, no problem, because it's your country, you go out. It's not a dictatorship. If Robbie says, look, do that, Mo or anyone else could say, oh, fuck you, no way. I won't bother. And they can make up their own decision not to go on AFTV. So it's not a dictatorship. But I get your point, but no, I wouldn't say dictatorship. I think dictatorship is probably the wrong word. You speak to each other about the situation. That's kind of the point I'm trying to make, Cheddars, if I'm on a... Listen, the BBC used to do it quite well, right? And I'm talking used to. The other things in which they didn't do well, obviously, Jimmy Savile and all that. But that's another thing. Last thing I want is YouTube bloody... Right. But they used to use balanced arguments. And Steve, I just had a notification that I've been mentioned on Facebook. So anyway, BBC used to always balance up arguments. If you had one, you'd have... If you were interviewing one side of an argument, you'd always interview another side of an argument. Or even... If a debate didn't even take place, right, you'd still interview one person who had a Free Palestine badge on, and you make sure you find another person. Sometimes they may have to go to a shop and buy, an Israeli bloody badge or Jewish badge or whatever, but, and give it to somebody. But it'd always be transmitted that there is an equal kind of thing in a debate, if you know what I mean. AFTV could easily have gone down that avenue. No politics in football is like no pay share with Brownie and a Marbella millionaire. Yeah, it did. I know what you... It is right, Steve. Politics and football go a long way. There's so many... Oh, I'm going to say this because I mentioned it earlier on Twitter. I'm going to say this. During the 70s and 80s, Chelsea and the National Front worked hand in hand. Steve would know this. I know he's a West Ham fan, but he knows the history of Chelsea. They basically worked hand in hand. And today marks, I think, John Terry's last appearance for Chelsea. And you have on Twitter, black Chelsea fans still saying their distaste of John Terry, even though he was a magnificent player and captain for them. But you never hear these people speak out about their fans, whether it is, on a train in Paris, shouting at the likes of Ryan Sterling, or even going hand in hand with the National Front in the 70s and 80s. Chelsea, whether people want to accept it or not, and nowadays, Chelsea has always been a racist club. That's me calling Chelsea out. They've always been a racist club. And I'm really surprised, if I'm honest with you. Surprised that black players playing for them? No. Because any player, if you show them the money, will sell out. Or maybe many human beings, if you show them the money, would sell out. But I am surprised at the amount of black Chelsea fans. Because obviously they don't know the history of what Chelsea fans have been like. And I'm caught, that is the truth. So what Steve says is right. Politics, no politics in football is nonsense. You can't accuse someone of something so damaging for a world to see. Power to the people, leave it up, Steve. Which is why, which they did. They were fine. They first blurred his stuff. Was that necessary? It's not like that Mo's full-time job. No, he don't care. Of course he don't care. He's timed it to perfection, man. In all fairness to Mo, he's timed this to perfection. And I know that he was on the Arsenal lounge. And big up to Lavanja. I do like Lavanja. He mentioned Football Brownie yesterday on his show. I do like Lavanja. I want to get him on a show. We'll have a good chat. He's good, good fun, good guy, and fair play. Because Mo brought it up on his channel, and his subscribers have jumped massively. Fair play. So I don't know what will go on there, but it was a brilliant coup for Lavanja, to be honest with you. Randy, but the way how Robbie handled it was very unprofessional. I think, if I'm honest with you, the way both handled it has been very unprofessional, Randy, if I'm on. But yeah, my thoughts with Claude's funeral, Randy, and very much like Mo was saying, Claude and Mo, they over the years they have built up millions upon millions of views for AFTV, and we all know that views make money for the channel, and Robbie and AFTV are a huge YouTube company now. Good luck to them. No problem at all with that. But it's the little things in which they forget their roots, kind of. Claude's funeral was one. Rather than, and I still think of this mindset that rather than putting a GoFundMe page on AFTV to fund Claude's funeral, I still think, hang on, Claude made you guys, let's be honest, millions, right? Because he attracted people who then also watched other videos, not just Claude's. He made him millions over the years. And they couldn't dip in their pocket for 20 grand for a funeral. Right? And with Mo, I still think if he balanced up the argument, there wouldn't be a problem. I do think that it wouldn't be a problem. But they failed to balance up the argument, so they couldn't. They couldn't, I don't know. It's all coming back, if I'm honest with you, because we all know what Claude done for his sacking from AFTV. It's all pointing to me, and I am one of the biggest cynics out there. To me, it's all pointing of sponsorship, telling AFTV and Robbie what they can do, what they can't do. That's what it's coming back down to. That's what it's coming down to. Although, obviously, I have no proof of that whatsoever. It's just my full opinion, just in case Robbie wants to take me to court. Right, Randy, if you don't blur stuff, this wouldn't have happened. And stop having double standards. If you don't want politics on your show, yeah, I get that. Randy, I fully get that, mate. I fully get that. And don't have a completely no tiptoeing bullshit. Yeah, no, hey, I fully get that. I've said that, Randy. You can't support Black Lives Matter and not support the Palestinian cause, because it's technically the same thing. I fully get that. It'd be interesting now if Ty does take the knee and mentions Black Lives Matter and everything next time. But I fully agree with you on that. What does it mean when people say, God knows? God knows. I don't know how big DT's Willie actually is, Chadwick. Classic. Yeah. But he hasn't made a super chat. That's a problem, Andy. He hasn't made a super chat. Anyway, hang on. Because I'm not monetized, donate please to PayPal. Chadwick, you need to donate to PayPal for me reading that comment out, my friend. Brownie, who do you think the best manager, Clough or Ferguson? Oh, that's a good idea. I'd say Ferguson. Because what he done with Aberdeen. I know what he done at United, and he should have been sacked. If he was in this day and age, he would never kept the Man United job after his first few years. But what he done at Aberdeen was special in '84. It's all about humanity. Politics is just secondary layer. Yeah, but the argument is politics on football platform, Randy. That's the argument. Leslie, who's the best Wales rugby coach? My country, Cyprus, football games between both communities have helped reduce tensions. Hang on. Sorry, guys, my nose is running like a fucking trooper today. Anyway, yeah, that wasn't always the case, so Cheddars. As you know, I done the World of Football show 2 weeks ago, and we focused on Cyprus. And when the Cypriot League first came out, there was issues. I know we're talking of the 70s now, but there was issues. And there's still issues with Celtic Rangers these days. But I get where you point. Where are we? I get your point. Hang on. Jesus, sorry, guys. I've completely waffled on. League part 1, you go for it, my friend. I want to use the taking risks. Zach Bourne. Hi, Zach. Hope you're well. Welcome to the show. And please subscribe and like, my friend. Welcome to the Madhouse. Warren Gatland. Yeah. Go for it, my friend. Go for it. Right. Mo even said he backed Robbie so many times. Yeah, he did. That's been on video as well, especially up in Everton when he was under fire because of his friendship. Just calling one out makes you forget that. It was kind of. We don't know everything, do we? We don't know everything. That's the problem. We don't know everything. He's a dictator of his wallet. Piss off, Steve. Euro Weekly News. Right. If someone tweeted something about me calling me a coward, I'd never forgive them. Yeah, I'm a bit like that, Cheddars. I'm a bit like that, especially when there's such when it got such a bloody massive platform on Twitter. I would probably be like that. I'd be honest with you. And I can honestly say, you guys know, there's a certain YouTuber who went on to the football terrace and said that he was going to be when he's back in Spain, he's going to be knocking my door. I'm just waiting. This YouTuber is still in fucking Warsaw, scratching his balls, pretending that he's in Spain. Can we blame Mo for reacting that way he did? If you find my question to Mo, Randy, right? My question to Mo would be, because Mo must have known that AFTV balanced up the argument when they're outside the stadium, because they did have and I'm going to call them characters now, because Robbie does pay his people, so they are all characters of a YouTube channel. Okay, but if they had another person on fan cam with an opposite mindset, we all know what I'm talking about. There's more than one person, who is of a different political mindset to Mo. I would just be interested if that ever come up in conversation before these two reacted like they did. As in, no, I tell you what you do, Robbie. Because my beliefs are so strong on the topic, Why don't you bring on someone else on the front, like you used to outside the stadium, who had a opposite kind of move, and then the argument can be balanced, so no one's in that, you know. If that come out and if that was discussed, then I would agree with you. But at this moment in time, I would just like, I think that's kind of key, really. Was that discussion? Did that discussion ever take place between both of them? Because it could have been so heated between them both that that option was just completely out of both of their mindsets. You know what it's like arguing. Cheddars, he is a coward for blurring it as it is. Randy, well, never knew Brownies a millionaire for. Leave it there. Yeah, millionaire in super coins. Yeah, he called AFTV a coward. No, I've got back hurt. He took it personally, but Robbie is the original creator of AFTV. It may have become bigger now. It may have become bigger in sponsorships and everything else, but I know myself of being having business, and Steve would know as well. No matter how big your business goes, even if you're just sitting on the beach and other people are doing the work, it will always be a baby. It will always be a baby. Randy, Clive Rowlands, geez, are you going back, Leslie? Leslie, definitely a team. That Lavanja dude seems like chilled out. Yeah, I've been on that fucking idiot's bloody YouTube channel before. Who I would not play. My first introduction to YouTube. And I'm not going to fucking comment who, he doesn't deserve a bloody comment. The guy is just a bloody pinhead, if I'm honest with you. And when I'm on about pinhead, I'm on about needles, right? Anyway, me and Lavanja were guests on his weekly show, and I've gone really well with Lavanja. It's just unfortunate that, our paths never really crossed since then. We started talking now again. Hey, chilled out guy. I really like him. And he's been in this chat. He was in this chat last week, I think. A couple of times. There's the saying, Brownie, I'd rather go down fighting for what I believe in rather than just throwing like a sheep. Yeah, granted. Granted, but I think I just no one's explanation has brought up the topic of there could have been another option to solve the issue, and I think that's a shame. I see a point, but I'd like to know, man, it's a platform. Oh, it's always a platform. It's become a platform. It's always become a platform. Unfortunately, I realised it later than what I would. I feel I let myself down in a way because I supported them past the point I should have realised what the hidden agenda was with them, if I'm honest with you. Yeah, because the characters on that, we got rid of many of the originals because, quite frankly, they've been bowing down to like the woke type of generation. Because we have to be honest, the more viewers are on YouTube with younger generations. That's basically what it is. So they're getting rid of the older generations because the more viewers are between a certain age group. You only have to look at analytics for that. So they think that if we get rid of the older generations and bring in younger generations, then our viewers can connect more with them than what they could with the likes of Claude and so on. And I'm predicting this, right? Now I can see a pattern going on with AFTV. And I think doing this kind of this next season now, and you heard it from me first, right? You heard it from me first, right now. During this season, I think the next one to walk a plank with AFTV, purely down to his age bracket, will be Lee Judges. There you go. That is my theory of AFTV and the coming season. Because Ty is an old guy, but Ty mentally, is 20 years younger. But I'm of theory now. We're getting rid of the older guys. I think Lee Judges is going to be the next to walk the plank. Ty interview wasn't on the other day, which was interesting. Okay, I didn't know that, mate. I didn't know that. And yeah, I think because one of the sponsorship developers. That's correct. And you like that comment which I brought up. But on the other hand, we don't know. We don't know if he had, threatened to pull the plug. If Ty probably mentioned Palestine. What was the last Cardiff match you went to? I'm missing Indian. Last Cardiff match I went to was Ipswich. No, it wasn't. Blackpool. Was it Black? Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Because Blackpool in the playoff final. Because the following season they turned red, and that was my cut-off. Bump, 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 bump. No. When they turned red, boycotted it, and I'll never go back until that twat, Vincent Tan, leaves my club. Knocking on your door. Are you having? Are you two doing a live stream? Man would be honoured to be employed. Oh, you wouldn't. Hang on. 2 minutes. There you go. I'm back. You can't see this, right? You may be able to see it. Can you hang on? Wait, there you go. You see right at the end of my big nose, right? Can you see a fucking mosquito bite? See it right on the end? There you go. Fucking mosquito bite overnight. Bit me right on the end of the nose. Fucking killing me. Anyway, you'd be a best boss. Randy, take my word for it, my friend. Take my word for it. He wouldn't. Taib's in the house. Hi, Taib. Hope you're well, my friend. same year. It took me to a close incident to realize. It took me before then. But I think, if I'm honest with you, I think what made me start to think was when Arsenal went up to Everton, and the Arsenal away crowd were like, we want AFTV out or something like that, and it was a bit of a kerfuffle. Oh, look at that old word, kerfuffle. Bit of an issue outside Goodson Park's away end between Arsenal fans and AFTV, Robbie and so on. And that started to make me think, hang on, why are they not happy with AFTV? Because at that time I thought to myself, it was promoting itself with a channel for the fans of the fans, or whatever you call it. So that started me to take a step back and look. But, I do think I let myself down. But I tell you, it operates like soap opera. Yeah, it does. Around about, look, I'm a very late comer to YouTube. I wish I wasn't, because by now I could have had 50,000 50,000 subs or anything, because I understand that some of you other football YouTubers started 5 years ago, where I'm only on my first year. So, I'm a latecomer to YouTube. I only really started watching YouTube when I moved to Spain. And that was basically while I was single out in Spain as well. So you're about a third of a. Sorry. About a third of my time over here. So I've been over here, 4 years now. So take a year and a quarter out, really, or maybe 2 years. But I'm a latecomer. That's my point. So maybe I just didn't see what was happening, and then I started watching other fan channels and other clubs' fan channels, and they literally were interviewing different people every single week. Yeah, they may have had one or two of the same kind of people, because they were funny. But even some of the funniest ones on some of the channels, you never see them again. You'd never see them again for one reason or another. So that comes from, well, hang on. Why are they having the same people week in, week out? Even if some of the characters were shite. And I know a few of the characters have been on their podcasts and their own YouTube channels, but they were absolute shite when they were on AFTV. No names fucking mentioned. But by me noticing that the same characters were going in, every week in, week out, I thought, there's something not right about this. There's something not right. It's like, is it all made up? And then I started reading and hearing the accusations about looting and so on with a few of the characters. And then it clicked. It clicked, right? But one of the biggest fucking the biggest change in events for me with the channel was troops going to America. Because the way he's been acting in America has been so fucking plastic and pathetic. that, you know, it just dawned on me what an absolute fucking soap opera this who charade. It's a fucking charade, and I think it will be good for Arsenal fans and other Arsenal YouTube channels. AFTV was a pioneer of football, YouTube football channels. Absolute pioneer. I'll be honest with you. I was watching people, you know, on AFTV. I was like, fucking hell, even if I got a speech impediment, I can fucking describe a game better. And what the fuck's he talking about? And then I just think it'll benefit other YouTube channels and Arsenal fan base as a whole if AFTV fucked off. And I'm hoping, because they even blocked me, right? Because I called them out doing, you know, the Claude bloody GoFundMe page they put on a Twitter. I'm hoping we're starting to see the ivory towers of AFTV starting to crumble now. I really am. I don't know what you guys think. Randy, Claude was the best guy and always will be the best person on AFTV. Hang on. Oh, fuck's sake. Fucking hell. Right. I had my issues with Claude. Everyone knows that. But I don't think he ever got over AFTV sacking him. And I think mentally, ever since that sacking, he was taken out on the wrong people. And I firmly believe that I was one of those wrong people, because he never really took to social media properly, and other people was looking after his social media. And some of his comments towards me, I don't think was him, but I'll never know. So Kelechi is going there. No. No, Kelechi. I'm going to say it. Fuck it. I'm going to say it. Because I like Kelechi. But no, let's just say this. Kelechi attracts the Nigerian fan base. And there's many Nigerians that follow Arsenal, both in London and in Nigeria. So for that reason alone, they will not get rid of Kelechi. I'm telling you, Lee Judges is going to be the next one. Good shout, Brownie. I don't know what you're on about, Box, but it's good shout, everybody. But anyway, Lee is might have been Lee Judges. Yeah, no, I firmly believe that. Lee is too much of a merry now for AFTV to let go. Hey, you would have said that about Claude as well. I'm telling you, Lee Judges is the next one. Randy Viper. Who's your favourite All Black player? I'm not All Blacks fan. Well, Joe Malumu played for Cardiff, didn't he? God damn mosquito. I know. Fucking, I got another one as well. I fucking hate mosquitoes, I tell you. Randy, if it was a real fan channel, you'd think do online Zoom chats with fans during the lockdown. But same people. Yeah, I know. Imagine YouTube fan channels in a day of hooligan. Fucking hell. You wouldn't have it. Box. You wouldn't have it. Can you imagine? Can you imagine back in the day? You're trying to set up outside a football ground with a camera and a microphone and so on. And all of a sudden, he's running. You know, you're in front of running backwards going on between both sets of fans up and down streets, bricks and bottles and everything thrown. Andy, bye John. Yeah, I like bye John. I used to drink with bye John in oh fucking hell. What's that bar in Cardiff? Oh, it's opposite. Bye John is a real good drinking buddy. Well, he was anyway. Um, I'm talking about 20 years ago now. You know the Central Bar, Leslie, in town. What's that one on the corner? What's that one? It's a multi-story car park, bang outside the main entrance of Millennium Stadium. You got a multi-story car park, and now, and you had a pub on the corner, like it's like a circular kind of corner. Oh, I can't remember. Fucking hell, you scoring here every Friday afternoon. Robbie can solve this easily. Change the channel name. Well, Leslie, Dan Bigger, that's good shout. Let's see. That's true, very good point. Yeah, tell you now, I might even clip that actually. See if that did come out. Yeah. I prefer smaller fan channels. You get better quality. Well, yeah, people say that all the time, Box. You know, people say that all the time about me. But I still want to get to 1,000. Brownie Mindlin with all the famous. I can't remember. Leslie, come back to me. What that pub boy? I can't remember the fucking name of it. Every bloody Friday fucking afternoon. Is Brownie a legend? Yeah, he is 100%. Thank you, Taib. You are too, my friend. Hang on one sec. I need a pee. Sorry, guys. All right. Let's go back. Right. I hope Dale is up for this tonight. He's done something on Facebook. I'll check it out now. Brownie live streams always make me feeling better. Well, talking to you guys make me feel better as well, if I'm honest with you. I haven't really been feeling too good lately. That's why I've been doing uploads. And then when we got regarding uploads as well, guys, I know most of you aren't Cardiff fans in the chat at the moment, but please check out the video. What have I done since my last live chat? Yesterday, done an upload about Cardiff's new signing James Collins, who Irish international, scored loads of goals for Luton, was former League One Player of the Year until Luton got promoted. And I think it's going to be a good addition to Cardiff. Some bit of action, how he worked, how he played in Luton, a few goals and so on. And check that out. I also had a pre-recorded interview with former Cardiff, Middlesbrough, And in England International, or England and 21 International, Andy Campbell, lovely guy, very welcoming. Everything people told me about him, very accommodating, absolutely brilliant. So please, guys, even if you're not a Cardiff fan, check that out as well. And also, Kevin Maguire. Now I know StreamYard fucked up on that pre-recording, and all of a sudden the sound went. I couldn't. But I had most of it. And what Kevin Maguire is a football finance expert. He published a book, The Price of Football, and he's also a lecturer in Liverpool University regarding football finance. And I got in contact with him a few weeks ago, doing the very public kind of very public announcement from Eck, that guy who wants to take over Arsenal, and I had his thoughts on the proposed takeover, which were very interesting, and his team actually done a valuation for Arsenal. He was telling me his team actually done a valuation for Arsenal going back last year, I think he said. And also he didn't, it came across to me, although he didn't say it publicly, it did come across to me that it may not be as it may just be like a kind of like a fraudulent kind of bid, publicity stunt, which is what I've said all along. His team done a valuation for us of 1.8 million. Now, Eck has since come out and said, we've done 2 bids now. But he's never said how much the bids actually were. Right? If Kieran Maguire's team, and obviously they have to go on only a certain amount of information, but their team valued it at 1.8 million. The official bids, the monetary value never come out. But what did come out, which was interesting, was the response from Josh Kroenke saying, we don't need the money. I think that was the kind of part of the comment which really made me think, is the bid so low that they're thinking the Kroenkes are desperate? Hence why Josh Kroenke went, we aren't in need of money. Can you see what I'm getting at? And that was also picked up from James Rowe, the journalist and author James Rowe, who's also an Arsenal fan. Many of you guys know from Arsenal fan channels. He picked up on the same thing. And it was interesting, very interesting. Hang on. So please, guys. Who never left over? Porn watch. Mr. Bundle is in the house. Hi, Mr. Bundle. Hope you're well. Hope you're well. Leslie, Brownie, it's called Queen's Votes. Was it the Queen's Votes? Or was the Queen's Votes next door to it, Leslie? I can't fucking remember now. What was next door to it then? What was it called before? Was it the Queen's Votes before? I thought the Queen's Votes on the next corner, isn't it? Opposite what used to be bloody Jackson's years ago. That's the Queen's Votes on that corner, isn't it? I'm on about, by is it the Conservative Club or Constitutional Club, which is dead opposite the Millennium main entrance. It's behind that. You've got the NCP car park on one side, and you just go up and it's on the bend. It's on like a curvy bend behind Wallaby Street, is it? Playing on a big sausage. You guys, There you go. That's your reason then, Randy, is it? That Cardiff City fan, hi, my friend. Hope you're well. To be honest, now I know that Hibs lost. I don't. I didn't know we lost today. We got. Oh, here we go. Well, let's just see if he gets in the. Roman Curtis. Yeah, I've heard that as well. Rose gone to Huddersfield. Yes, I know that. Finally, we'll have a summer without the rumours of Rose come to Cardiff. God, I hope Harry Kane doesn't go Man City. I don't think so. I think that's nonsense. I really do think that's nonsense because Man City aren't ones to really fork out the money. They'll fork out money for more younger talent, but they're not ones to fork out money for a 28-year-old. I can't see it. I'm figuring PSG because Mbappe to Real Madrid, Kane to cover for Mbappe. That's what I'm thinking. I've said this for a while now. Hi, Randy. Brownie, what's your dream car? My dream car? Aston Martin. I love Aston Martins. City Arms. Yeah, that's it. The City Arms. It is City Arms, isn't it? Have you been on bloody street maps, Cheddars? Have you been on... Yeah, City Arms, that's it. Barry John was always in the City Arms on a Friday afternoon between 2 and 5. Or, well, you know, I had to go there between 2 and 5, or it depends how quickly I could get off work. But I was used to work, fucking hell, 3 streets down. City Arms, I used to meet my my mates. No, I have family in... Yeah, City Arms, man. Fucking hell. Yeah, it was City Arms. Oh, I mean, that Friday afternoon was brilliant. Brilliant. And, yeah. Always used to, my mate worked in a bank. My other mate, he's still here, worked for Welsh FA. And so we would all meet up in the City Arms because I was basically central where we always used to work. Friday afternoons used to be funny. And I used to have the keys, you see. I used to have the keys to my office. I was only a bloody, only a consultant doing them, but they don't, because I don't, on Friday, I'd always be the last one to leave. And they said, okay, well, you have the keys till Monday, which basically said I had a fucking free hotel for the week, bang in the middle of Cardiff as well. Okay, technically it wasn't a hotel, it was a fucking office. I had to sleep on the floor. But let's just say I did also take a few birds back. They didn't give a shit if it was the office floor or a fucking hotel. Let's just say that happened. And yeah, I used to have some fun. Every time I walk down that street, it's a different place now. It's not my old company, but every time I walk down that street, I look at that bloody office block and I think, oh, fucking hell, did I have some fun in there? I tell you. Cardiff gone all over the island playing. Yeah, I noticed that. And yeah. Best beach I've ever been to. South Beach, Miami. I actually got married on South Beach, Miami. Bondi. I like Bondi. Rose Bay. But I've been a fan. I'd say because I got married there at South Beach. Brownie, where's the craziest place you've had? You know what? At Aeroplane. Brownie, who's your favourite Cardiff City manager? Eddie May. Eddie May made me fall in love with Cardiff. Leslie, my favourite, Neil Warnock or Malky? Neil, Bondi Beach. Yeah, but I used to live in Bondi. See, Randy, when I first went to Australia, I lived in Bondi. But it used to be too popular, man. Is it that you could walk from Bondi to Coogee, I think, over, it was about an hour and a half walk from Bondi to Coogee Bay. And I preferred I don't like busy beaches. That's my problem, because I would have said Marbella, Porto-Banús and all that, but I don't like busy beaches. That's my heading. Thought you'd mentioned that. Well, on the plane, you could try that. Or depends. It was actually coming back from my wedding in Miami. Sharks won. Oh, did they? Where are they in the table now, and Randy? Right, I need to get another can. As you can see, all out. Bear with me, guys. Hi, guys. Sorry. Just had to get another can. Unlucky Dragons. Is Swansea game on yet? I think it's about 7:30 my time, I think. It's still 10 for 11 for only a third win of the season. Well, Marbella are playing the last game of playoffs tomorrow as well. They proper fucked it up now. So they're only 3 points from top, but they fourth, and first are playing second. First and second are 3 points ahead of them, but first are playing second tomorrow. So minimum, one of them will get a point. So they can't go up. But they don't deserve to go up this season. They're absolutely awful at the beginning of the season. Leslie, that Cardiff City fan Malky. Like the video and subscribe. Yeah, please, guys. Come on, it is a road to 1,000. It has slowed down because I haven't been doing live chats for a few days, so it has slowed down. But I am also surprised as well, because the views for some of the uploads I'm disappointed in. Maybe it's because the world is opening up a bit now, but I hope not. I hope I'm not losing viewers simply because they can go out. Even if you can't watch the live streams or watch the uploads at the moment they upload, I still hope that, if you've got to spare half hour or so, or an hour, or in this case, hour and a half, that you do watch it back, because it always supports the channel. Yeah, it is. What is it? I don't know. Tell me how many subscribers now. It was 725 when I started, so you're looking at what, 275 left. Yeah, well, that's a problem with modern day Cardiff City fans, because they were in red then, and many of us didn't go, but they didn't riot, though, did they? What division Marbella in? Marbella are in the third tier of Spanish football, but because Spain is such a vast country, the third tier is split into 4 regions. So you've got north, south, east, west. So Marbella technically basically in third division south. That's basically that's how it is. The English system used to be like that many years ago. You see, what happens over here? You got La Liga and Segunda Liga, which is basically the Premier League level and a Championship. They are the only professional levels. Everything else is semi-professional or amateur, which means that the clubs at that level, unlike Britain or England, the clubs at that level can survive because they're not paying outlandish wages for players in the third or fourth tier, or even in England, fifth tier, you know. So you don't really have clubs struggling financially over here because the wages are very, very minimal. And because of that, they can also get away with charging fans very minimal. I mean, if I went to Marbella and watched Marbella, I've never paid more than €8 to get in, and I've only paid €8 if it's been like a cup game. Normally you're looking at the best part of €5 to €6. You can get it cheap as well. If you paid your ticket like a week in advance, you can get like €3 or €4 to get in. But that's because they don't have to charge your fans so much money because the players need to be paid a lot. Any trolls yet? No, but you gained your lost subscribers since you last called me out, Brownie. Yeah, I know. No trolls. 725. Yeah, he was 725 when I started. You got 724 now. Fucking bastard. That's probably Dia. I bet that's Dia. Anyway, they lost. It is they lost. If there's a troll, you can get him on again. Hang on. Sorry. Do we have a mods? No, I have to. I don't know, mate. If I'm honest with you, I don't know. But that Cardiff City fan is a mod as well, isn't he? So yeah, I think he's a mod. I don't know. If I'm honest with you, I don't know who's mods anyway, isn't these days. Anyway, guys, please donate via PayPal because I'm not monetized. Link is in the description. What else do you want to talk about, my friends? What else do you want to talk about? What else can we talk about? What else can we talk about? Hang on, where are we now? I banned that 12-year stream, yeah. I used to watch St Albans play. I've been at St Albans, Cheddars, years and years ago. With my hometown, watching my hometown, Merthyr Tydfil, and it ended 5-4. It was a great game. I used to watch St Albans play pretty much every week. When we increased the fee to 18 quid. 18 quid, I was fucked off. National League, yeah, 18 fucking quid. You know what? You might be right, actually, because last time when I go home, one of the few things I do, I spend majority, well, it's kind of like even now. I worked it out the other week. Okay, maybe a few months to a year, a bit more in my hometown than I have in a Cardiff/Penarth area, right? But because my parents still live in Merthyr, it was a case of whenever I go home, first thing, it would be offensive to my parents if I went home and stayed. First place I stayed was Cardiff. I'd always be going to there, going to Merthyr, either stay at my parents or stay at a hotel, depending on who I was traveling with. If it was like, a girlfriend, to be at a hotel. If it was on my own, I stayed in my parents. But whenever I went, last time I went there, the football team was playing home, and I thought, you know what? I'm only here for a short while. It'd be better for me to go to that football game, hit most of people I know in the area, most of people I know well in the area. One huge hit, bang, 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 bang. See everybody, and then I don't have to worry then before I go back down to Cardiff and see all my Cardiff mates and so on and so forth. So I went there and I was absolutely outraged. I think I could have paid 20 quid. Now, I know someone's going to really out me for that. 15 quid maybe. I was fucking outraged. And that would have been, yeah, that would, you know, but what league did you say we were in? National League South. And Mayfair in that league, Cheddars. Let me know, but it was something like that, and I was fucking outraged. Guys, click on it, Toy profile, hide the, okay. So you have to hide them from the channel, do you? Right, I didn't even know, because I noticed one of the trolls were making comments on making comments on already uploaded live streams, and I just deleted the comment. But if you hide it, okay, I got you. Good, right now. I'm falling asleep. Go sleep then, if a tickler. Any paranormal activities? No. But I tell you what, Bo. I tell you what. My parents, when they were younger, you know, as teenagers do, they done a Ouija board thing, and my parents, they wouldn't, the type of people they would not, you know, they're quite straight as people, right? And he said we done a Ouija board, and it was going around, and all of a sudden it just flew and smashed against the wall. Now, my parents, you know, if anyone knew my parents, they wouldn't just make that shit up, like, you know. So I haven't had anything, no. How about you? Atleti to win the league by a point as it stands, Madrid losing. Ah, fuck. They Villarreal, isn't they? Yeah, it was always going to be Atleti in the end, I think. Always going to be Atleti in the end. But there you go. This is clear example, really, about politics and football, right? Now, many of you are too younger to remember Franco, who was in charge of Spain for decades, right? And that's where people accuse Real Madrid of being Franco's team, because there are accusations that he used Real Madrid. Not accusations, actually did come out with it one time, and he said basically the reason Real Madrid is wear all white is because when they go around Europe, because remember they won 5 European Cups on the bounce in the 60s, when they go around Europe, they spread in the all white kind of message, right? And anyway, yeah, Franco was you know, he's a type of character, but anyway, I wouldn't go any further because I live in Spain and I don't want to offend anybody. But also as well, people say, oh, Real Madrid's a Franco team. Yeah, technically they were. But also what they don't realise is Atletico Madrid were Franco's airmen team. So basically the equivalent of Spanish Air Force. Atletico Madrid were the Spanish Air Force's team under Franco's dictatorship, ruling, leadership, whatever you want to call it, and Real Madrid were actually Franco's team. So you say politics, and you want politics out of football? To be honest, actually, to me, some of the politics and history behind the creation of some of the football teams over not just Britain but the world actually gives it more interest. Scary as shit, that. Yeah. Bloody hell, yeah. Jesus had freak out. Yeah, honestly. My parents are straight as a die. Honestly, straight as a die. You know, sometimes they don't even get my humour. I say a joke and my mum is like, that's not funny. Everyone else could be pissing themselves laughing. That's how bloody straight and direct they are. Did you change your picture, right now? Leslie, Brownie, do you think Cardiff will ever build the Cardiff City Stadium for more fans to come in? Sorry, hang on. Do you think Cardiff will ever build the Cardiff City for more fans to come in? What do you think? I don't know what you mean, Leslie. They build an extension, you mean? Is that what you mean? I think I don't even know. Cardiff, right. Are you on about the extension? Are you on about if I think they would build an extension, Leslie? Let's see. Small concept stadiums are good, though. I hate them, Andy, if I'm honest with you. Yeah, they are good, but they lose loads of character. They lose loads of, you look at many stadiums, modern day stadiums, no character in them. Maybe it's me just being old, but they all built the same. They all like bows. They all built because the land in which the old stadiums were originally on, because they as time has gone on, the cities have extended and extended and extended to a point where the stadium is then built on very valuable land, and they think, right, okay, let's fucking sell this, build one on the outer town where the land is much cheaper, but the nearest pub could be fucking thousands of miles away. Brighton is an example. He means extend. Yeah. To be honest, I don't think there's going to be many extensions at the moment, no matter what team you support, because I think football clubs are worried at the moment because they don't know whether or not stadiums will be full during the first proper year back. I think, I'll be honest with you, right? Before my personal boycott of going to Cardiff, I was a 13-year season ticket holder of Cardiff. Didn't always go to games. Sometimes I sold the tickets on. Didn't always go to games, but I was a season ticket holder for Cardiff for 13 years. During those 13 years, I used to take a piss out of people who, we call them the B&Q crowd. Basically, they would usually Saturday afternoons do a bit of housework, redecorating and so on. So they go for people who don't know B&Q. B&Q is like a homeware shop in the UK, DIY kind of shop. So they do build DIY on a Saturday rather than, where's so and so today? You're in a pub with your mates before a game. Where's so and so? Oh, he's had to go down B&Q. He's got to do wallpaper and fucking something like that, or painting a house or some shit. So I used to mock people like that. Then, because my self-exile after the rebrand, I used the first year. I thought, what the fuck am I going to do now? Okay, I'd always watch the results come in, but I always do something, like whether it be work online, but I'd always do something else. And, it's come to a point, even if I was living back in Cardiff now, it's come to a point now where even if Tan fucked off, which is the only thing, I know they've gone back blue, right? But he is still in charge, and I don't want to give him any more money than I've given him over the years. But even if he does go, which will make me return to the ground, I just think my case is, far more than a year and a half or whatever. But it took me about a year to 2 years to adapt into doing something else more productive on my Saturday afternoons, whether that would be working, whether that would be, taking a wife out, do a bit of shopping, do a bit of homework, DIY or whatever. But it changed my mindset. But Saturday afternoons don't have to be football every Saturday. And I'm wondering, and I think the clubs are really panicking at the moment, whether they think, oh shit, we don't know whether fans will whether a large percentage, I say large percentage, maybe 10, 20% of fans will ever return to the club again. Have they used this time away from a stadium, away from my friends, away from my... Have they used this time more productively like I did to do other things? To build up better relationships with their family members, to build up a better household because, you know, they weren't out on the piss every Saturday afternoon and coming home, and would they save their money and would they see the evidence of money saved rather than going to the football, seeing all the money they've saved over the months, weeks, months and years. They think, well, hang on, I was burning money away. So, fuck giving them any more money. I'm just thinking, but clubs are worried. I'm thinking clubs are worried. I don't think, with extensions and so on, I know Real Madrid are doing an extension now, but Real Madrid is a special case, isn't it? But for like lower Premiership clubs, Championship clubs, I think stadium extensions are really going to be on the back burner, because I think they're shitting themselves just how many loyal fans will actually come back. Because I think we could well be going into the like attendances of the 80s for maybe the first year or two. Anyway, let's go back. Jesus, few comments since, haven't it? My friend's dad is director of Cambridge City. We got kicked out to build flats. Yeah, I heard of that. West Ham should have never got rid of... No. I know, but same... You know, London land prices, and I get offered cheap rent to... You can see why the owners done it, although it was an awful decision. If only UK had hill banks like Australian grounds, like a main stand. Well, they used to, Randy, some of them, but it, you know, it's, they used to, but I think it's like UK health and safety these days, if I'm honest, Randy. I don't think you'd ever get away with bloody grass banks over here with people rolling down and so on. Only new looking stadiums is Spurs Stadium. Only new good looking stadium is Spurs Stadium. I come back to that. I can't. I'll come back to that. Brownie, you ever went to Suncorp Stadium, Brisbane? No, I didn't go to Brisbane. When I went to Brisbane, Vegas, Randy, I didn't go to Suncorp. No. The only state of origin game I went to was in New South Wales. And when I went to Brisbane, Vegas, it was to visit friends, not to go to football or rugby league or anything. IKEA is better than B&Q. All depends who you talk to, my friend. This is a football, not DIY. No, my DIY skills are shite, mate. I need rugby on a Friday and Saturday. Do you think every game should be shown on TV next season? No. Well, I think every game, right. This is a benefit of being outside of the UK. Other people who are outside the UK may know. I prefer 3 o'clock kickoffs. Right? I prefer 3 o'clock kickoffs, but being outside, you can still watch any game you want at 3 o'clock. Okay? So, okay. Shown live, maybe, or shown on TV, maybe. But I don't like the fact that the kickoffs all over the place. Which actually brings me back to the upload I done regarding that fucking the hypocrite hypocritical characters, Jamie Carragher, Guy Neville. Don't know if you guys watched this. You know, Sky Sports and so on. And it's like, hang on, they're claiming to be on the side of fans, yet Sky Sports and BT Sports and all the characters on there, you know, I've not once heard Martin Tyler say, it's a Monday night, welcome to St James's Park, Newcastle. We're playing Newcastle against Brighton. Oh, by the way, Sky Sports do apologise to the 200, 300 Brighton fans who made the journey on a Monday night, may have work tomorrow morning, but, you know, unfortunately, business needs must. I've never heard that at all, right? So I would prefer, yes, every game to be shown on TV, but at respectable times. And Saturday, 3 o'clock is a respectable time. Show them all, ask for why they do the staggering things is because they know one viewer could watch one game of 3, one game of 5, one game of 7. Whereas if they do them all live at 3 o'clock, one person could only watch one game, no matter what game it is. It's only one game. You know, that's why they do in it. That's why channels, YouTube channels, do these fan channel uploads, right? Because they do fan cam uploads, right? And they may have, say, 2,000 loyal viewers. So the 2,000 watch one cam upload, but yet they know that if they put 5 fan cam uploads, that 2,000 would watch every single one. So the views would be 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 5 times. And that's basically what the UK TV companies, okay, right, we have maxed out the limit of how many viewers we get. So if we do it all all at 3 o'clock at the same time, those 1 million, 2 million viewers would be split between 5 or 10 different games. But if we do it staggered, those 2 million viewers would watch every game. So we'd have 2 million per game. So advertising would be more. That's why they're doing it. Really fucking annoys me. Why don't you like Tan? We back blue. If Tan left, we would be in big trouble. I agree we would probably be in big trouble, but you don't know, Leslie. You don't know. If Tan left, someone may be more willing to invest in the club. So, you know, this is, you know, no one knows. So we can't take we be in big trouble for 100% fact, because it's not. Why don't I like Tan? Because he changed it from red to blue. He made the fan base fight amongst themselves. He made good friends fall out. Who, let's be honest, Leslie, you're old enough. You know, there were arguments between the fan bases and arguments between friends who have never resolved ever since. Okay, and I know myself because I told Salmon to fuck right off when Salmon had a few of us into the Canton Liberal Club and said, guys, I need you to support the red because there's more chance of me get my money off Tan, e.g. the Langston debt, which, by the way, is still fucking outstanding. So I need you to convince people to support the red. I stood up, told Salmon to fuck right off, never spoke to him since, thank fuck, right, and walked out. Couple of others walked out with me, right, but others actually made off that, and they had houses and cars out of it as well. There's more to it, Leslie. There's more to it, and that is why I don't like fucking Vincent Tan. I actually like Emma. I was going to mention Emirates actually. Arsenal Stadium, Spurs Stadium better than Arsenal. That's only because it's more, you know, Arsenal for years now. I was actually also going to say, you know, the atmosphere at the new Den is still there, isn't it? But is it new anymore? I suppose. Bluebird, did you collect Panini football card? Football stickers, and you used to have a silver one on the club badge. You guys got bluebird chips there too. Why does food on plane always taste better than what it? Why does food on planes always taste better than what it is? Brownie, you need to buy Cardiff City. No, 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 no. True, Randy, by Cardiff. Yeah, yeah. I tell you what, then you guys donate to my PayPal, and I'll put a bid in. There you go. It's a deal. Yeah. If you have money, with money. Nah. Yeah. Hey, me and Steve tried to buy a football club before, and thankfully that it didn't happen. But if it did, it would have been so much fucking trouble. So much trouble because technically you have, in our case, it would have been about 2,000 fans who can't rub two pennies together, telling us how to spend our money, and that's really what it is, isn't it? You know, Alan Sugar did say, you know, Tottenham have now got a new stadium, 50,000 people in a stadium, whatever it is. You've got 50,000 managers thinking they know better than the manager, 50,000 people thinking they know how to spend money better than the bloody the owner. No, 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 no. We donate to PayPal. You can pay that money to Steve. Well, we'll see. We'll negotiate. Let's talk about chocolate and the summer. I tell you what, guys, I'm going to leave it there. It's nearly 2 hours now, and it is Saturday evening. I may go live with Steve later on. Don't know yet, but you know it's 2 hours worth. I think you're locked out of me at the moment. Okay, take care, guys. Love you to bits. Au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen. Hasta luego.